Assalamu alaikum, this is me Atisham and you're watching my YouTube channel RILS. I'm the expert trainer of IELTS, PT, IELTS Life Skill and other English language proficiency exams. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss another part of speech which is preposition. Now if you haven't watched the previous videos with regards to the parts of speech and noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, verb and articles that I've discussed in separate videos, so I must recommend you to watch those videos so that you can fully understand the concept in detail about the parts of speech. Now, what is a preposition? Now, let's begin to talk about the definition. Preposition is actually a word which makes relationship of nouns or pronouns within a sentence. So you see that this word is actually making a relationship between two nouns or of a noun with another noun. This is the concept of using preposition in the sentence structure. Now, let's get to have one or two examples so that you can get to fully understand. Now, one example can be that if you say that we are in trouble. So if you say we are in trouble, this means that in is a word which makes relationship between this pronoun we and trouble. So this word in is making relationship between we and this word trouble, which is noun. So it means that someone is in this particular situation. So it refers to the prepositions because the name refers to position. It tells you about the position of noun with respect to another noun or a pronoun with respect to another noun. So this is concept of using preposition, and there are various prepositions that you can use in order to refer this relationship between nouns and the noun with another pronoun. So now let's get to have a bit of more concept of preposition so that we can get to understand in detail. Now I would say that prepositions can refer to time and place. Like there are certain number of prepositions which come and fall under category of place, and there are some other prepositions which come and fall under the category of time. Like the time prepositions are in, at, on. You might have witnessed, or you also use them in your day-to-day conversation, like a sentence if I make that I don't work in the morning. So I don't work in the morning, or he wakes up in the morning. So this in is making relationship between that between he and morning. So this is telling you about the time relationship between pronoun and with the noun morning. Now another sentence if I tell you about at, so you at a specific time period like at 8 o'clock, at 8 p.m. or at 10 a.m. So this expression also tells you about a time that he actually goes for his work at 10 a.m. in the morning. So at 10 a.m. so this tells you about the time. And you've got also another time preposition which you say it on, like you would say that on 25th of December. So when somebody he celebrates his birthday on this particular day, so on 25th of December, so this on refers to the timing as well. And there on the other hand certain prepositions which refer to the place, like in, at, on. Similarly they also refer to, but there are certain other prepositions which you may refer to the place, like in front of, and you say behind, or you say beside, or you use between or among. All these prepositions over, under, beneath, they are called as place prepositions. So they refer to place. Like I will give you one or two examples so that you can get to understand. Here I would say if I use this sentence like he is working on the floor. So he is working on the floor. Maybe he has like a marble placement on the floor. So that person or a mason who's working on the floor. So on the floor, it refers to a place like where he's working on the floor. So there is a connection between that pronoun he and the floor. So this word on is referring to the position of pronoun, that where he's working on the floor. So this is the job of a preposition, that it works in a sentence. Now another preposition of place which I would use here, that if I say someone, like if someone is sitting in between two individuals, so between we use that someone falls or something that falls in between two objects, we would say between. But when it comes for more than two persons or more than two objects, then we use among. So in this condition, we say it that among refers to also the position that out of all, so you can specify a person. So you have got too many place prepositions which I've already stated. Now we'll get to know how many types that do we have for the prepositions, but now there are more than 130 prepositions, that from, under, below, beneath. These all prepositions come under this part of speech. Now there are 5 categories more or less that we actually refer as the types of or the kinds of preposition. Now some people will say that there are 6 categories, and I would tell you that why they call it 6 categories. So let me just define and explain all these 5 prepositions. Now first preposition type is the single or simple preposition. So single preposition or simple preposition is that preposition which refers to basically one word, or a preposition which consists of a word. We call it a single or simple preposition. Like we have got the examples: in is one word, at is one word, on is one word, below is one word, under is one word. So these prepositions which refer to a single word, we call them single or simple preposition, and they may refer to time or refer to place, and they make relationship between nouns and pronoun with noun in the sentence structure. Now the second type is known as double preposition. Now what is double preposition? When there is a combination of two words, or a preposition which consists of two words, like, or two prepositions. You see that in you have a preposition, and to is also a preposition, like he's going to the market. So to is referring to the place, the market is a place, or to the park, so park is a place, or to the work, work is a place. So see, in and to, when you join them together collectively, you say into, which you use it like convert the file into this, like from JPG into GIF format or PNG format. So this is convert into, divide into, break, you say into. So you need to break into this particular topic in so in this case you call it this into or onto or up to, like this is the combination of two prepositions or two words, like with, and another example within. So you say within the boundaries. So with and in, the combination of these two words will make it one preposition, which we call it a double preposition. Now the third type is known as compound preposition, and here when a preposition consists of two or more than two words, we call that particular preposition type is as the compound preposition. Now I will give you a few examples of compound preposition. Like you have got in front of, so it's the combination of three prepositions or three words, in front of. And you say another one, on behalf of, by means of. So this is known as compound preposition. So you may add two words, by means, or regards to, or with regards. So with regards, this is known as compound preposition, which almost works as a double preposition, but two or more, so you can call it. But we just refer to two words as double preposition, and two or more than two words, we call it compound preposition. Now let's talk about the fourth category, which is called as participle preposition. Now what is participle preposition? When a preposition which ends with ing, like the present participle form and ing form of the verb, you also have experienced in the previous video of verb, where when we refer to progressive aspects, so we use verbal auxiliary be, and afterwards we use ing form of verb. So in such case, here for the preposition point of view, you also use ing at the end of that word, and you make it a preposition which will make relationship between two nouns, or which will also make relationship of nouns or a single noun with other words in a sentence, right? So now see, we have got the example regarding. Now so this word regarding, this ends with ing. Concerning, this ends with ing. So when you talk about regarding or concerning or considering, these words are known as preposition or participle preposition, because they end with the ing, and you use them for the same, that a relation, like I was talking relating to that issue, so I was doing this with respect to something else. So regarding, concerning, you may call it or the participle preposition. Now let's get to talk about the fifth type, which is known as phrase preposition, and you will inshallah get to learn about the phrases and its types. There are 5 types, and one of the types of preposition is known as phrase, prepositional phrase or phrase preposition, right? So in this particular case, when particularly a group of words with the force of single preposition, you use it, it is called as phrase preposition. Like a group of words with the force of single preposition, like which make it. So this is called a group of words which usually they are assembled together and they do not convey complete sense in a sentence. They are called as phrase, a group of, but the head member would be known as preposition in this case, like a man with strong determination. So if you say a man with strong determination, so with strong determination, so with is a preposition, strong determination, this is the prepositional phrase. A group of words beginning with the preposition with, strong, determination, this whole phrase, 3 words, they are called phrase preposition. So you can use like by means of this and like that and that. So when you refer to a sort of group of words with the force of a single preposition, and it makes a sense of, and it tells you about the position or the time interval of any particular object, so you call it a phrase preposition. And these are the 5 major types that we study. Now some grammarians, they also say that we have got also a disguised preposition, as you disguise like as a beggar, or you disguise yourself as a police officer. So when you disguise, like you're not actually, but you disguise yourself. So similarly, like preposition also, there is a type which also disguise itself. Like, so if I talk about this disguised preposition, so you may, instead of using this at, you can use O, like O capital. So how, like you say that at 10 o'clock, or you just say 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, it means that 10 at clock or 10 in clock. So in also is common, like in the clock there is 10 like hours, or you see this, it strikes 10 either AM or PM. So you would say that 10 o'clock. So this O, it refers to in or at, and this is why we call it disguised preposition, because this O or this in takes its disguise in the shape of O in the clause or a sentence. So this is the overall concept of preposition. I hope this video was also informative. If you've liked my video, please like and share, and also subscribe to my channel, and if you have any query with regards to this particular topic, so you may feel free to ask me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all the luck. See you in the next video. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.